Hey, what's up guys? I've got an exciting video to share with you today. So I am famously not a good designer, but of course I don't let that hold me back from making print-on-demand sales. And in this video, I'm going to share with you my experience hiring a top-of-the-line design team to help me come up with a print-on-demand design that I'm going to market in the Halloween niche. So I went ahead and I hired Penji. Okay, they are one of, if not the best when it comes to hiring a team of designers, and basically depending on our needs, they will send the project to the right designer. It's a really interesting setup how everything works over at Penji, so we'll get to it in just a second, but I had one of their designers who specializes in what I needed come up with a great Halloween design. I'm going to share the full process with you, including the outcome, and I'll share with you the products that I'm going to be selling with the design on it in this video. So let's get right to it. So I know a few other high-end print-on-demand sellers that have either hired Penji or have considered hiring Penji for help with their business, to help scale the business, because, well, it's really cool how they have this structured. When you hire Penji, you get it's kind of a subscription model, and depending on what tier you're in, you can have any number of projects open at any time, but they may not all get worked on all at once. So Penji actually turns around their projects very quickly. The project that I'm going to show you in this video was turned around in well under 24 hours, probably closer to like 12 to 14 hours, okay? And depending on what tier you're in, they may have multiple people working on multiple projects at a time, but they only hire like the top 2% of designers. So everybody that works for Penji is top of the line. They're very strict and stringent in their hiring process, all right? So here, just so you know, a little background on the company. They're trusted by many big brands and agencies, over 25,000. They've also got many positive reviews on various review platforms, which is something that we should always be looking into before we trust people, right? How does it work? So you can create unlimited design projects. It'll assign to the most qualified designer based on what you're trying to accomplish. When you create a project, like one of the first questions it asks you is essentially to categorize your design request. And don't worry, I'll show you in a second. And then you get your design back in 1 to 2 days, depending on how complex it is. For print-on-demand designs, though, in my general experience, probably going to be 24 hours if I had to guess. So here is the process, and I can really appreciate, as a former web developer, a really nicely put together user interface. And Penji, once you actually get into the back end where you can make your requests, they have a really nice UI, all right? Very simple, by the way, to the point, no more complicated than it needs to be. So you create new project, you give it a title, you then assign it to a category. So in this case, for print on demand, I put it in the category of clothing and apparel. And it says you can expect your design completed in less than 24 hours. So they really pride themselves on turning these high quality deliverables around in 24 hours or less. And they did not disappoint in this example. By the way, you can kind of see my idea for a niche there. So I'm thinking that we should do a human and dog matching t-shirt for Halloween, right? Why not? Like, let's take one sale and make it 2 sales, and, you know, market it in a way that we can kind of corner that market. I know we're not going to corner the market. It's not a unique idea. It's not like it hasn't been done before, but let's think outside the box a little bit. Instead of just making it a standard, typical human t-shirt, why don't we get the dog involved as well? So we're doing a human and dog matching outfit. So then I click next. All right, after that, they ask what size we would like it delivered on. So I said 4,500 by 5,400. What's interesting is they already have all of the Amazon merch best practice design sizes there for us. So I didn't have to input any of that stuff. And then for description, you can essentially, it's freeform. So you want to be as descriptive or generic as possible for the designer that's going to be on the receiving end. Me having been a web developer for, how long did I work? I worked almost 8 years as a web developer, 9 to 5 professionally. And yeah, it sucks when you get incomplete requirements, because you know what ends up happening is you have to do the work twice. So I'm sure the designer on the receiving end of your project will appreciate it if you're descriptive. So you can see how I decided to write. I did big bold text for a header, and then underneath I did the value that corresponds to the header. So the first header I wrote was design theme. Then I said Halloween. Next header I said design text. And then I said happy howl, like H-O-W-L, like a dog would. And then under that, Oween. Okay, so happy howl Oween, you know, kind of bridging the gap between human and pet. Because why can't some humans walk their dogs on Halloween and have them in a nice little matching outfit, right? And then I put note, text does not have to appear on 3 rows. Please take liberty. It's up to you, right? When you are, communicating with the back and forth with the designers, it's up to you to determine like what you want. In this case, like I'm not trying to pretend like I know best. So while I provided the text, I wasn't trying to force them to do it on 3 rows. And then underneath I wrote design intention, and I just explained what I just told you guys, is that the intention is it'll be a Halloween theme that, the human and the dog will wear for them to match. And then you can include any attachments. So I went ahead and I found something similar on Google Images, and I uploaded that just as a design reference for the designer. Then I click next, and you get to the file deliverables. So one of the many benefits of hiring a professional design team is they can handle pretty much whatever it is you need. So you can get your source file, not just a flat PNG, but the source file in whatever you need. So PSD, Illustrator file, InDesign, PDF, etc. And if you have an associated like brand folder, so maybe you own multiple brands, you can create a folder for each of the brand that you own, and you can have essentially help organize these in your Penji admin dashboard within these folders. So it'll associate this request with a specific brand. In this case, like I don't have a brand, so I'm just saying it's a generic print on demand design request. If I wanted to, like if I was doing my I don't know, like RyanHogue.com branding, I can make a folder for that. Then I could make a folder for, if I had like a specific niche Etsy shop, I could make a folder for that. And then another folder for a second niche Etsy shop, something like that. Then I go ahead, I click create project, and it hits me with one more screen. It just says, hey, confirm this really quickly. If everything looks good, the dimensions, the timeline, go ahead and click yes, continue. And then it will assign this project to the appropriate designer on their team. And that's pretty much it. Then you can just move on to the next thing. So I waited until the next day. Like I said, it took probably like 12 to 14 hours. I didn't check first thing in the morning, but next time I logged in and checked, it was already done. So here is the design that they created for us custom per our needs. It pretty much checks every box. It's got a nice like Halloween themed font. They got the text we asked for. We know that like the circle design style does really well, just generally speaking, with regards to print on demand designs based on, customer sales. The color scheme associated with Halloween, the background's really cool. The gradient looks great. A dog in the foreground who's trick-or-treating. You get what I'm saying? They didn't just half-ass this one. They actually put some thought into it. So they have a dog dressed as a ghost trick-or-treating, while this is meant to be worn as a matching outfit, human and dog, that go out together on Halloween. I don't know. I liked it. I thought it was a good idea, guys. And they even included kind of a design mock-up here on a t-shirt and on a dog, what do we call it? Like a dog shirt, I guess, dog outfit. Dogs need clothes too, right? I guess they don't need them, but... So the deliverables that were sent to me upon delivery of this project. So we have a folder with the final artwork. We have the fonts. So if I want to go in and actually like change anything, change the text, etc., I can go ahead and download these font files and install them on my machine. We have the preview of the finished product, and we have the source files. So what is not to love, guys? We got everything we needed. Then I go ahead into Printify, right? Because they have pet tank tops is what they call them. So if you go into Printify and you look up the pet tank top, you will get exactly what I had in mind right here. All right, I upload the design. So this is what it looks like in Printify if you've never seen it before. Go ahead and click new design, then click my device. So the first thing you'll do is you'll go to the catalog, find the pet tank top, click that. Then go ahead, you'll be on the design screen. Go ahead and under new design, click my device. Go ahead and upload the file. So boom, we got it. It looks great. You can then select like different colors to make available as well. All right, and then from there you get to publish the design. So this is where you can, you don't have to publish. You can also go and like edit it again if you want to in this screen, but this is essentially the publish screen. So you go ahead, you go here, you've got your color variations, your size variations. You've got the lifestyle mock-up there, which is what I just showed you. All right, and then boom, you can publish it to Etsy, and there's some additional lifestyle mock-ups to go along with it, but I really like how this came out. And on Etsy, of course, like you can you could try to combine this into one listing. The only thing is you can't streamline fulfillment of both orders without you manually connecting, right? So if I wanted to have this actually force somebody that wants to purchase this listing to purchase both a dog and a human shirt, then it would require some jerry rigging on the back end. If anybody knows how to really do that at scale, let me know. That would be amazing. But I still like don't know how to do it without it being automated. Either way, so you've got the pet listing, you've got the human listing that we're creating here. So I selected the Gildan 64,000 in Printify, uploaded the design, same process. You got the front, the back, you publish it to Etsy. And what do you know? Boom, we've got the shirt now published, and you can go into the description in Etsy and you can actually drop clickable hyperlinks. So you can hyperlink the human shirt to the dog shirt and you're good to go, guys. And when you're done, pop back over to Penji, mark it as complete from the dashboard. It's super simple, frictionless. If you need revisions, they handle the revisions as well. You can go back and forth with the designer that is associated with your project. And I mean, their whole goal, guys, is to deliver high-end, high-quality work with minimal effort required from you, because they know you're busy. You've got other things to do. You're working on growing and scaling a print-on-demand business, or really any other business. I mean, they can handle all types of requests. In this video, we really just limited the scope to a print-on-demand apparel-related design, although I do have one other project that I'm going to show you very quickly as we wrap the video up. So you go in, you mark it as complete, you rate your experience, you provide a little feedback, and that's it. You're good to go. And then you can open up a new project too, right? There's no limit. So if you work with Penji, utilize it, right? Like put another request on their plate and get the most bang for your buck. You know, these are top tier designers, and this is a little bit different than if you were to go to other places where you can download pre-made designs, but you're downloading the same ones everybody else is. When you go to Penji, it's yours. You know what I mean? You got it. It's yours. You own the intellectual property. So definitely take advantage of that fact and keep them working. All right. And here's a quick bonus. Like I said, I did do a second project with them. So I said, hey, Penji, you guys are professionals when it comes to YouTube thumbnail design. I showed them my attempt at making a thumbnail. They came back and they made a couple different versions and kind of let me choose which one I wanted to use for our little Penji collaboration. And yeah, so that was something I just thought was interesting. I wanted to share that as well. If you're into YouTube, if you want Etsy shop branding, you know what I mean? Whatever you can think of, they've got it all. If you need a website design, I'm sure they've got somebody that can handle that. Whatever else, you know, I'm speaking to, you know, the scope of my experience with the businesses that I've been affiliated with on the web. But it's always great to be able to lean on a absolute top of the line graphic designer for your needs, and they've made it about as easy as it could possibly be. So check out Penji, guys. The link is at the top of the description. As I sign off, just wanted to remind you, in addition to Penji's link being at the top of the description, I've got my weekly print-on-demand giveaway. It's completely free to enter. I've got my free print-on-demand mini course, my print-on-demand Facebook group, and my print-on-demand full course that shows you exactly how I run my business. So all those links are in the description, guys. Thank you for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Check out Penji. Show them some love. Explore what they've got to offer. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow with a new video.